for Dr. Tate's way to cut the ribbon to open the photo exhibition and for the Mizzima 10th anniversary and the 20th anniversary of the struggle of Burma. So I would like to Dr. Tate's way to cut the ribbon.
In my presentation, before I start about what Mizzima has gone through in 10 years' time, I would just like to give a little backdrop about what the situation of media and Burmese military junta. As we all know, media has been suppressed by the Burmese military junta since 1962. But it's the new media trend that is coming up in the 21st century has got a different way of.
We are not just to wait for dialogue. We want international community and government to focus on regime change. We are working for that. And also we understand the constraint of international community, including the United Nations. We have been trying at the United Nations every day. We have a small office in New York. So far, we received 28 resolutions by the United Nations General Assembly as well as Third Committee Human Rights.
The real core of the struggle, just to survive. The technology part is interesting, but as those of you who know me, I don't really understand technology. But I do understand that each and every member of Mizzima staff, just to survive these 10 years, is itself physically survive, I'm saying. Apart from running a whole organization, expanding it, developing it, conceptualizing it. That itself really requires a big congratulations. So I would really like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to Mizzima, to the organization, and to each and every one of you who have made it so far. And I think it's not a mean achievement, because I have seen from 89 to 98, and then from 98 to today. And I was interested because in this book, which is a very serious subject, in the introduction, the writer says that I have had some humor, and please don't take it seriously. But my first meeting with the Burmese was an amazing meeting in which they had come to my house, 4 or 5 of them, and I said, look, whatever you want, let me know, and then let me see what I can do. So just give me your wish list. And some friends, Indian friends, were sitting in a corner and overhearing this conversation. And then one of them, in fact he was from the embassy who had defected in the language, but he had come joined the People's Movement, William. So he was a bit embarrassed, but the student said, well, auntie, first of all, we need food. Ha 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 ha. So I said, yeah, I suppose you do. Then we need shelter. We don't have a place to stay. We need, and then they told a story. They said, you know, auntie, we go looking for food, and you know, yesterday we were fighting with a cow over cabbage, and they were pulling the cabbage. And he said, I was pulling the cabbage one side, the cow was pulling the cabbage on the other side, and isn't that funny? And you know, I also laugh, but even now I think of that day, that they were ferreting for leftover vegetables. And this was all with great humor. And this book has little reflections of that humor which has survived all these years. And that was the beginning of my relationship. And all these years with the great difficulty sometimes when they were shared with me, I never felt it was heavy. It was always with a light-hearted kind of touch. Well, we need this, we need to do this. Look, our office is shut down, we have no money, we can't take it out. But then in the middle of it all, we could always share a joke and always eat something nice and always feel that, look, there will be better times. And more recently, when Mizzima had more problems, I was amazed that when Sumit came and he said, look, I don't want to really worry you, I'm really sorry. But you know, took the option and they went abroad. For some of them it was a dream world to go to America, Canada, Norway, Sweden. And they took it. And they're there. And those who decided not to do that, to stick it around. And they stuck this. And to that generation, to the older generation of Mizzima, I would like to give a very special congratulations. Those who did follow their dream, and a lot of us this Christmas had a get-together after 7-8 years, they've not been happy. They've had to face a lot of difficulties. One of them in Norway said that it was very difficult because now he could never pass this language test. English was bad enough, Norwegian was impossible. So I said, how did you do it? He said, I just cheated and passed. They're not allowed to go to Oslo and do a job. Sweden, which is again meant to be, so it has been extremely difficult. And now with greater restrictions, some of them have had to do 3 jobs, sometimes cleaning toilets, sometimes washing plates, and in that, and having a lot of loans which they are now repaying. So even if they have seemingly comfortable lives, it's been difficult. And that's why it is not only here and there, but within Burma, these daily struggles need really to be documented. And why I say this is because again, in this rain or shine, one of the authors writes something which was very interesting. And he says for the first time, there's a growing division that within Burma people say that those in exile, when they came back, they cannot take these jobs. We have been through hardships. You all are having a good time. And this is a very important problem for all exiles. People in Chile, 17 years in exile, that this division occurs between people. And that's not easy. But I think that is your challenge for the next 10 years. I think by opening an office in Calcutta, by organizing this Indo-Burmese, the Burmese-Bengali friendship match, by getting the entire left front, but by way of criticism from a friend, when it was reported in Mizzima, it did not hold that politics. It did not convey the political significance of that match. It did not explain who did it. It also did not capture something which to me was very, very moving. And that was when we got permission to go to jail to visit the 34 Burmese political prisoners.